Did you know that the 5G services market is projected to grow from $53 billion in 2020 to over $720 billion by 2028? That's insane growth, and it represents a massive opportunity for investors who get in early on the right 5G stocks. Today we're diving deep into the world of 5G, exploring the companies that are leading the charge in this technological revolution. We'll be breaking down the complexities of 5G investment, analyzing the top contenders in the market, and ultimately revealing my number one pick for the 5G stock that could redefine the future. So, you're interested in 5G stocks? That's great. The potential for growth in this sector is enormous, and it's no wonder you're excited. But before you go throwing your money at every company with 5G and their marketing materials, we need to talk about the challenges. Investing in 5G isn't as straightforward as it might seem. Look, investing in emerging technologies like 5G is like trying to pick out the winning lottery ticket before the draw even happens. It's a high-risk, high-reward game, and not everyone comes out a winner. There's a ton of hype, a lot of speculation, and frankly, a lot of companies that are just not going to make it. Many will fall by the wayside, unable to deliver on their promises. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement, see a stock price skyrocketing, and think, this is it. This is my ticket to early retirement. But remember, what goes up can come down just as quickly. But trust me, I've seen it happen time and time again, FOMO. The fear of missing out can lead to some pretty disastrous investment decisions. It's crucial to keep a level head and not let emotions drive your investments. Remember, not every company claiming to be a 5G player is created equal. Some have the infrastructure and resources to succeed, while others are just riding the wave of hype. Some are well-positioned industry giants with the resources and infrastructure to dominate the market, and they have a proven track record of success, while others are smaller players with promising technology but a lot to prove. These companies might have innovative solutions, but they also face significant challenges. So, how do you separate the wheat from the chaff? How do you distinguish between the companies that will thrive and those that will falter? How do you identify the 5G stocks that are actually worth investing in? It's not an easy task, but with the right approach, you can make informed decisions. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. We'll dive into the key factors you need to consider and the red flags to watch out for. So let's get started. Our first 5G stock contender is a company that needs no introduction, Qualcomm. This tech giant has been a cornerstone in the semiconductor industry for decades, consistently pushing the boundaries of what's possible in mobile technology. You know them, I know them, they're the powerhouse behind many of the chips that power our smartphones and other devices. From the earliest mobile phones to today's cutting-edge smartphones, Qualcomm's technology has been at the heart of it all. But here's what makes Qualcomm particularly interesting in the context of 5G. They're not just a chip maker, they're a leading innovator in 5G technology. Their Snapdragon processors are renowned for their performance and efficiency, making them a favorite among device manufacturers. Qualcomm is heavily involved in the research, development, and licensing of 5G technology. Their commitment to innovation is evident in their extensive R&D efforts, which are aimed at making 5G faster, more reliable, and more accessible. They hold patents essential to 5G standards, meaning that pretty much every company looking to produce 5G-compatible devices needs to pay Qualcomm a licensing fee. This positions Qualcomm as a gatekeeper in the 5G ecosystem, ensuring a steady stream of revenue. This gives Qualcomm a significant revenue stream regardless of which specific device manufacturers end up winning the 5G hardware race. Their diversified portfolio means they benefit from the success of multiple players in the market. Now, Qualcomm's stock isn't exactly a cheap stock. It trades at a premium compared to some of its peers. However, this premium is often justified by their strong market position and consistent financial performance. But remember, you often get what you pay for in the stock market. Investing in Qualcomm means buying into a company with a proven track record and a strategic position in a rapidly growing industry. Qualcomm is a well-established, profitable company with a strong track record of innovation. Their headquarters is a hub of technological advancement, constantly churning out new ideas and products. They're not some fly-by-night startup hoping to strike it rich in the 5G gold rush. Instead, they are a seasoned player with the experience and resources to capitalize on the 5G revolution. They're a legitimate contender with the potential to deliver solid returns for investors over the long term. With their robust patent portfolio, innovative technology, and strategic market position, Qualcomm stands out as a top 5G stock contender. Chapter 3. Let's move on to our second 5G stock contender, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC for short. Now, if you're not familiar with TSMC, they're a giant in the semiconductor industry. In fact, they're the world's largest dedicated semiconductor foundry. What does that mean? It means they manufacture chips for other companies. Think of TSMC as the factory floor for the tech world. Companies like Apple, AMD, and even our previous contender, Qualcomm, rely on TSMC to manufacture their chips. And guess what? The demand for 5G chips is through the roof. As 5G adoption accelerates, the demand for TSMC's manufacturing capabilities is only going to increase. This puts TSMC in a prime position to benefit from the 5G boom. They're essentially agnostic to which specific companies win the 5G race because they're supplying the chips to all of them. TSMC is a company with a massive moat. They've got the scale, the expertise, and the technology to stay ahead of the competition. And with the 5G wave just beginning to crest, TSMC is well positioned to ride it to even greater heights. Chapter 4. Now, for our third 5G stock contender, we're going to shift gears a bit and look at a company that's not directly involved in chip manufacturing, but plays a crucial role in the 5G ecosystem, American Tower Corporation. You might not have heard of American Tower, but I guarantee you've seen their handiwork. They own and operate those massive cell towers that you see dotting the landscape. You see, 5G technology requires a denser network of cell towers than previous generations of cellular technology. That's because 5G signals operate at higher frequencies, which means they don't travel as far and are more easily blocked by obstacles like buildings and trees. To ensure widespread 5G coverage, we need a lot more cell towers, and that's where American Tower comes in. American Tower is a real estate investment trust, or REIT, which means they own and lease out real estate assets. In their case, those assets are cell towers. As the demand for 5G infrastructure grows, so too will the demand for American Tower's cell tower space. Chapter 5. All right, we've covered a lot of ground today, talking about the challenges of 5G investing and exploring three strong contenders in the 5G space. We've delved into the intricacies of the market, the potential pitfalls, and the promising opportunities that lie ahead. But now, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. It's time to reveal my number one 5G stock pick, ASML. This company stands out in a crowded field for several compelling reasons. Now, you might be thinking, ASML? Who are they? It's a fair question, especially if you're not deeply entrenched in the tech or semiconductor industries. I've never even heard of them. And that's fair. ASML isn't a household name like Apple or Samsung, but that doesn't diminish their importance in the tech ecosystem. ASML isn't a household name like Apple or Samsung, but trust me, they're a company worth knowing about. Their influence and impact on the tech world are profound. ASML is a Dutch company that specializes in the manufacturing of photolithography systems. These systems are crucial for the production of semiconductors. And if you're wondering what photolithography systems are, well, they're essentially giant, incredibly complex machines that are used to etch circuits onto silicon wafers. This process is fundamental to creating the microchips that power our devices. In simpler terms, they're the machines that make our chips. Without these systems, the production of advanced microchips would be impossible. Here's the thing. ASML is the only company in the world that makes the kind of advanced photolithography systems needed to produce the most cutting-edge chips, including the ones that power our smartphones, computers, and yes, even our 5G networks. This gives them a unique and powerful position in the market. ASML has a monopoly on a critical piece of the semiconductor supply chain. Their technology is unmatched, and their machines are indispensable to the production of high-performance chips. Without ASML's machines, we wouldn't have the chips that power our modern world. From smartphones to supercomputers, their technology is at the heart of it all. And as we move into the 5G era, the demand for ASML's technology is only going to intensify. The rollout of 5G networks will require even more advanced chips, and ASML is perfectly positioned to meet this growing demand. their role in the future of technology cannot be overstated. Outro, so there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the top 5 G stocks to watch right now. Remember, investing in the stock market always carries risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. But by understanding the 5G landscape, identifying the key players, and focusing on companies with a strong competitive advantage, you can position yourself to potentially benefit from the growth of this exciting new technology. What do you think about these 5G stocks? Let me know in the comments below which ones you're most bullish on and why. And if you're hungry for more insights on the stock market, real estate, and building wealth, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.